If you're past age 65 and you're still working, then the question obviously comes up, what do you do about Medicare? And should you be in Medicare or should you delay Medicare? And there's different answers to this question, and you want to make sure that you absolutely get it right. There's a number of scenarios where it makes more sense to start Medicare right when you turn 65, even if you are still working. Number one, if you're self-employed. If you're self-employed, you've probably been paying an arm and a leg for health insurance that's not very good for a very long time. So when things changed and the Affordable Care Act came into play, if you made a reasonable income, you had really poor health insurance options and very poor choices, and likely paid a very high premium for something with a very high deductible, as much as $10,000 deductible, and then still big out-of-pocket expenses when you were to use it and meet your deductible. So if you are self-employed coming past age 65, you absolutely want to get into Medicare. You want to start your Part A, you want to start your Part B, then you have that choice of whether you're going to join a Medicare Advantage plan or whether you're going to go and stay with a traditional Medicare. And the best I can relate it, that Medicare Advantage plan is probably going to be very similar to that very poor insurance that you had previously. The out-of-pocket expense can be significant, and the network of doctors and hospitals can be very constricted. So you want to make sure that you understand that. I would absolutely choose to stay with original Medicare, A and B, have a Medicare supplement plan, likely have a Medicare drug plan as well. So if you are self-employed, you absolutely want to come off individual insurance, get into original Medicare, make that choice. If you stay with a traditional Medicare, your general monthly cost for A, B with a supplement is going to be less than $300 a month. And it's terrific coverage. So understand that your out-of-pocket expense is very predictable. You'll know exactly the maximum you'll have, and it's hundreds of dollars, not thousands of dollars. So it works out very well. Another scenario, if you work for an employer that has less than 20 employees. So if your employer has fewer than 20 employees, Medicare is primary. So you have to come off whatever insurance they have, because that insurance isn't going to pay. They're going to say, well, Medicare is primary, so you need to go to Medicare for your claim payment if you work for an employer with fewer than 20 employees. So keep that in mind. Another scenario is if your employer has not so great insurance. And just because you work for a bigger employer doesn't mean they have great insurance. Also doesn't mean that they contribute a lot to your insurance. So if your employer has a high deductible plan, and I can speak from experience, it can be very expensive to use. Even if you have a $2,000 or $3,000 deductible, you could also have a $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 out-of-pocket maximum once you use it. And then you may also still be paying. They may only contribute 50% of your premium, and the premium is significant, so it's likely less expensive to come into Medicare. Or a few scenarios for when you should come into Medicare if you're past age 65. If you are self-employed, then most likely it makes all the sense in the world to come into Medicare. If you work for an employer with fewer than 20 employees, then definitely you want to come into Medicare. And if you work for a larger employee that does not have good insurance or does not pay for a significant portion of your premium, then you also likely want to come into Medicare. So coming in at age 65, again, Medicare is terrific insurance, and the out-of-pocket cost is very low. So it makes a lot of sense to make that transition. I hope you found this helpful. I'll show you how to download my book. It's absolutely free. Hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you found it very helpful. A couple of other things that you'll also find very helpful. Number one, download a copy of my free book, Medicare Made Clear. I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort putting this together, and it has everything that you need for Medicare now and in the future, down the road. I have videos in the book. I have all the links that you need for things that you'll want to do within Medicare. You can access it right in the book. Very easy to do. Just visit MedicareOnVideo.com/free book, and you can download it for free. You can save it on your computer. You can save it on your iPad. It's a great resource to have, again, for now and in the future. Another thing that you'll find helpful is down the road, when you come into Medicare, sometimes it makes sense to do a price check on your Medicare supplement plan. So I made it very easy to do that as well. Just visit MedicarePriceCheck.com, put in your basic information, and we'll email you a quote on your same plan that you have right now, a G or an N or an F, whatever it may be, and likely we'll be able to save $20 to $60 a month in premium, because a lot of times plans come out with better rates. So if we can get a better rate for the same plan that we currently have, just makes a lot of sense. And then obviously take advantage of all the information on my website at MedicareOnVideo.com. I have everything that you need right there for understanding IRMA, understanding employer work coverage, everything that you need, especially in the guides and forms section, you'll find right there. So we update everything every year, so everything should be up to date and current with the right deductibles and premiums and things like that. Hope you found all this helpful. Have a fantastic day. Wait, don't go anywhere. There's a couple more videos right here that you'll find very helpful with your Medicare journey. So take just a minute, watch the videos. You can also subscribe to my channel by clicking this button, and that way you'll have access to all my videos for everything that you need for Medicare. Hope you find it helpful. Have a fantastic day.